Hello? Do you read me? Are you picking this up? To any station, this is the Pit, broadcasting to you live from the ruins of the RCA Dome. You are about to fall into the Pit.
Ding dong, ching chong.
Hurrah,
See your
praise.
thing dong. Big BS. In the place to be, Pit episode, what, 6 now?
Something like that.
I don't even
I
remember.
think it's 6. Pretty
July
sure it's 6.
1st. Either way, it's July 1st.
Yeah, 1st of July.
I meant
The
to cue that
first
track
day.
up. That's what I meant to do. Is that Bone Thugs track.
Day one.
Day 1.
Bold Gambit here.
Christmas.
Posted
let's go
something
around
to
the
Twitter,
intros.
actually.
Yeah.
Pretty surprising.
Yeah, we got, what? You're on Twitter.
I
Loke
am.
Dog just signed
Yep,
up before
Loke
this
Dog
episode.
54.
PKD still
Twit
doesn't
twatter
want
me.
Nice
his
to meet you.
information out there that, the fucking,
We're just waiting on PKD.
that ISIS and
We're all
NSA
back.
can look at. Because, you guys are just as bad as the terrorists and ISIS for being on Twitter. They have a Twitter page, which
Oh.
you guys have something in common now
What?
with ISIS.
I can go and talk trash to him. So
Yeah, no, that's
Then
fine. I'm
they'll
just
come to
kidding.
Yeah,
America.
we can
I'm just
communicate.
kidding.
Yeah.
No, that was a joke.
You know who else has a
obviously.
Twitter page?
Who?
Hitler.
Does he really?
Blittler.
Yeah.
Probably Blittler, too.
They have
Hitler
Wi-Fi
as well.
in hell.
Who the
Yeah,
fuck?
they have Wi-Fi
Yeah.
now.
Who the fuck?
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, no,
Xfinity.
but that's
You know all those times your
Fiber optic.
Wi-Fi should be working good, but it's not? That's the bad Wi-Fi that's been
Hey
sent
man,
to
I
hell.
saw you follow Hitler on Twitter. What do you say to
retweet
that?
you.
Hold on. I have a really quick
Anybody,
question.
I'm Hitler bot. Anybody tags Hitler, I retweet you.
I got a quick question. I just saw this on Facebook like
Oh.
a minute ago. Hey Andy, get ready for the biggest birthday party of the year. Thursday, July 3rd. Who the fuck? Are you American? Do you know that the birthday party of America is July 4th, not fucking July 3rd? Are you fucking
Should have had
stupid?
a
Saddle Up
combo
Saloon
party.
and Dance Hall?
They're having a saddle up?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Well,
That's too
Fucking
bad. My uncle tells me about
losers.
Saddle Up. His buddy goes there, I guess, and
Yeah,
takes him with him.
I've
It's,
been there.
like a
It
line
sounds
dancing
all
bar.
fun. Yeah, I know,
it
but I mean,
sucks.
who the fuck
By the way,
has
I
a
went
birthday
there, I
party
bought
the
He's
day
he
Jack and
goes-
coconut.
You
What?
know, my uncle, he
Whoa,
goes
whoa,
there
whoa.
with his buddy, and he's like,
but America was actually
You
birthed like in
bitch!
September or
he's
something
like,
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
but-
want to kill
But what-
myself.
It's a Friday. Why wouldn't they
Whoa,
party
whoa.
on a Friday anyway?
Because
Unless
that's
it's like
probably,
a 2-day thing, I can understand that, but they didn't
they're probably
specify.
like,
Right.
well, most people are going to be doing things on the 4th of July, so we want to have it not a day on, a whole
Right.
big holiday.
Yeah.
All right, let's. So we got our intros in. It's the usual 4 crew, the pit crew here.
The classic.
Sorry, last weekend I was doing redneck things.
Oh,
It's all right.
okay.
We had Devin come in, sit in for you, and that was cool. Worked out. So
Like some trucks.
4. So episode. So there's something. Now we're gonna break down what's gonna be in the episode at the beginning of the episode, so that you know. You can kind of skip around if you don't want to listen to the whole thing. First, we're gonna start with the game, or no. So first, we're gonna start with a previous episode recap, then the game news, miscellaneous news, topic of the week, and that's pretty much it. Topic of the week, I think we went with just abnormal experiences, kind of
Strange stuff. Weird stuff.
Yeah.
weird shit that
Ants.
has happened to us in our lives that we don't
Yeah.
really coincidences or whatever.
Wait, is this for tonight?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ants was last week. I thought.
yeah. No, so yeah, just
Yeah.
think of that when time comes. That's usually the second half of the show. So
And just for Bluebird out there, one of the suggestions
well, yeah,
for
we're
our
gonna.
podcast, we're gonna get a little more in depth on that in a future podcast. So don't think we haven't forgotten.
Yeah, well, part of the episode recap, previous episode is also includes comments and
Comments
questions
and
and stuff. So, previous episode we had 27 views, beat out our last 2 episodes previous
Nice.
to that. So that was cool. I think maybe our new topic
Topic of the week:
session
Yeah.
kind of helped boost some of that maybe
Wow.
and.
boisterousness. We got
Yeah.
good back and
Kind
forth
of give
on that
structure.
Yeah, we had some good. We had some comments.
Like what did
questions.
people? I mean, do you guys remember anything that like stood out, like comment wise? Because I haven't read the comments yet. I've just
Well,
listened to
it was just Devin. He left some comments. He thought, when we were when there was a part he quoted. John said, he's like a spring chicken or something. And,
Yeah,
and
a fucking spring chicken.
Oh, we were talking about. I can't remember who we were talking about. And
I said you're no spring chicken.
no, you said he's a spring chicken or something, and I said I don't know. And I said I never heard a man described like that. And Devin quoted that little session with some ha-has at the end of it, but and then he hashtagged anti-ant and destroy the rainforest.
Good hashtags.
So then we had your mom.
My mom
Didn't work. That didn't queue up. Oh yeah, I skipped that one because we erased it. Your mom had left a
technical
comment.
difficulties.
I had that mother thing lined
Hold
up
on,
from
hold on.
Norman.
Mother.
Norman Bates.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna have mother,
Yeah.
fucking over and over.
Mother,
again.
who am I?
Right.
Mother, who are you?
But
or
I
whatever.
erased the board and didn't have enough time to redo it. So your mom said turn the volume up.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Then okay, so my buddy Mike, you got the question over there.
I've got some
had
questions.
a couple questions for us. Let's
All
pick
right.
that up while we're at the.
Let's start out with the
session.
one that everybody's had a chance to think over with, because I've given it to all of you and we've pondered it for a bit.
What's that?
What's your spirit animal, guys?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what is. I don't know what that is.
All right. Well, I did a little bit of research on what a spirit animal
He
is.
said wolf. Hold on. Gabe didn't know what the hell that said. There's a little extra. There's a little extra there. Don't listen to that extra part. Just listen to the wolf part.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
We're in
Anyways,
training.
spirit animals,
Right.
spirit animals,
I'm
spirit
not
animals.
sure. I'm not sure what my spirit animal is. I'm not really sure what a spirit animal is. I guess it's an animal that I feel connected to with my soul. I don't know. A spiritual level. Like, I
It's
don't know.
something that you take after their traits, or I don't know. I tried to read the WikiHow page, but it was 12 steps on how to find your spirit animal.
According
And each-
to like Chinese stuff, I was born in the year of the pig, the
Year of the
Chinese
pig.
astrology or whatever, and so was my dad. So
See, I am in a crab
I was
under
monkey.
astrology rules. I don't know about the
Yeah,
Chinese
agree.
thing, but
yeah,
oh,
I'm a
yeah.
Sagittarius on that thing,
Sagittarius.
whatever it's
I'm
called.
a Sagittarius
so that's
too.
Is that a dancing guy or something
no,
like
it's
that?
the half horse, half guy.
Oh,
with the,
half
with
horse,
the
half guy.
arrow.
Centaur.
Yeah.
The tip of
Arrow
his
shooting
arrow
centaur.
is pointing at the center of the universe.
So you want to kill the universe?
There's a 13th astrological sign, or there's a theory of one, between the Sagittarius and whatever comes next at the beginning of the year. I don't know what it is. Aries or whatever the fuck, I don't know.
Something
But
like that.
what those
Some
two
shit.
astrological signs, like in the sky, in the stars, I guess like there's the tip of the arrow and something else from the other one meet up at a what's supposed to be the center of the universe as a 13th.
Well, my understanding of
Or
what a
there
spirit
used to be
animal
a
is
13th
it's,
astrological sign when time was different, or Earth rotated different, or whatever.
it's not like anything calendar based. It's like what animal, like actual animal you take after. So, anybody got any guesses or what you think yours is?
I got mine.
What is it?
It's off the top of my head.
Sweet.
Sperm whale.
Why a sperm whale?
Because I'm a giant dick.
Should have said the tip of your head.
Where's the
Uh,
Tip of your-
or what?
What do you want?
Yeah.
There we go. Oh,
There we go.
I-oh. What about you, Pat? You got a spirit
So
animal?
what's-
I am.
He said what?
What?
What is
Well, I
yours?
don't.
What do you think? What do you think you relate
Okay,
to animal wise?
If you had
what
a
do I
gun to your
relate
head
to?
right now,
No, let's not. But
No, yeah.
get your fingers out of my face, man. No, I'm kidding. But really, I don't. I guess I'd say an orca whale, man. No,
Whales. We got some
Yeah,
whales.
an orca
Well,
whale
whales?
because I hunt.
Someone's got to
Orca
go
whales.
land creature.
Orca
now.
whales hunt everything. They even hunt great white sharks. So
Secian
I
sections.
hunt the perceived top of the food chain when, in fact, I am really the top of the food chain in the
I think
ocean.
I'm like a bear, but like a baby bear.
A baby bear?
Yeah, like you just
You climb things and can't get down?
If I didn't have to, like, if I had the choice, I'd just let like people take care of me and sleep all the time. Like
There you go.
Can I choose a Pokemon? Like, change mine? Because that, like, I just thought, like, dude, I wanted to say Kadabra.
Charizard?
No, Kadabra, dude.
My spirit animal's an Autobot.
Kadabra!
No, I know what my spirit animal is.
My warrant.
I know what my spirit animal is. It's the deadliest animal of them all.
What's that?
Man.
Man.
Yeah, because
What,
I
did you
discover.
forget? Oh, that was it, man?
Yeah, man. I spend most of my time doing human things. I strive to be as human as possible.
What are you quit?
What are you, retarded or something?
I strive to be as human as possible. That's my goal. Live the life, arts, sciences,
But you just
comprehending
animal,
things.
You just called human an animal, though. By
We are.
saying that it's
We
your
are
spirit
animals.
animal. So,
We are an animal, though.
but being human is always about trying to grow apart from your animal side. You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah,
kind
we
of
still-
So I'm an
far way to
animal
go.
trying not to be an animal. Yeah, but we have Jello and nuclear weapons and land on the moon.
That's the first thing that came to your mind.
With ground up horse hooves and whatever the hell else is
Horse
in
hooves?
And yellow dye number
That's what's
7,
in-
yeah.
And that's what
Well.
gelatin is, ground up horse hooves and
Well, yeah. But you
and
know
other
what?
shit, but
I
whatever.
mean,
Yeah. Can a monkey do that?
yeah.
Ground up some
Over
horse
enough
hooves?
time. You remember the
billion monkeys?
infinite theory, the infinite
theory of
possibility
whatever,
theory.
Yeah, theory of infinite possibilities.
Yeah. Where,
When if you
the
open
universe
your
is
dryer,
truly infinite, then
There's some monkeys
there-
making Jello out there.
and if time is infinite and space is infinite, then over an infinite amount of time, an infinite amount of monkeys could create anything that humans have or whatever. Or with what was it? Oh, if
Right.
they had typewriters
Typewriters.
or computers,
And they just
that
randomly
they're
type me up
slapping
some
the
Jell-O?
buttons randomly over an infinite amount of time, they'd be able to write the Bible or Shakespeare or whatever.
Or I like the one
anything
where
that
you
was ever
open your
written,
dryer.
really, if they had an
exactly.
infinite amount of time, everything would be, even shit we hadn't even had the chance to write would have been written.
Or
new
I
shit
like
would have
the
been
one where you open your dryer and everything's already folded.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What's that?
Are close.
Quantum shit? What's
Quantum
going on?
Felipe.
It's just probability and whatnot. Okay, so we got some. Continue on to the next one. What games? Future games that what are we excited about, people?
Took us long enough to move on.
Whoa! Company of
Interesting
Heroes
talk.
2,
This is still the
Western
question.
Front.
Yeah, I
This is
know.
always the
No,
best
it's a
one,
question
yeah.
too. I was like,
I mean, we had to go around.
no, I know. I was just kidding.
Just got an email about Company of Heroes 2 Western Front is coming out.
Ooh.
I think real soon.
Oh man.
I thought Company of Heroes was on the Western Front
That's
already.
the first
That was
one.
and then
And
the
then they
Company
went
of
to the
Heroes
Eastern
2
Front.
was the Eastern Front, and then the Company of Heroes 2 is the Western Front.
Oh no, I've heard about this PlayStation game No Man's Sky that looks to be pretty unique. I like games that are unique, you know what I mean, that try to step outside
Cut
of
the mold.
The mold, yeah. And
Mold.
it's an independent developer, but it's a very ambitious project, but they seem to be doing well with it and
Yeah,
making
heard
something
about
pretty
that.
cool. Dinosaurs in
tight.
space and all kinds of weird shit. I don't know.
What in the hell?
I don't know. Look, there's a lot to it.
No, that's cool.
You can get into a fucking space. It's
But
like
it's only
Spore.
on PlayStation and PC.
It's Grand Theft Auto
Crazy
Space.
shit. Yeah,
dude.
Grand Theft
But
Auto
with
Space combined
cooler
with
shit.
Spore.
Yeah.
You can fly around to a new fucking planet, and it just generates content.
What?
So there's
Wow.
you land on
You're
the fucking
out of
planet
your
of
mind. That sounds
space
cool.
giraffes
What is it
or whatever.
called? What
No
is it?
Man's Sky.
No
No
Man's
Man's
Sky.
Yeah.
Are there other races in space?
There are, and you get to kill them.
Are the graphics going to be insane?
They're pretty
They
good.
look. I mean, it's an independent developed game, so the graphics are what's going to suffer
Oh,
mostly.
fuck.
Yeah,
Oh.
but it's not important as content.
It's still a pretty. I mean, it's an independent title, so if with independent titles, if it proves it's like a proof of concept thing in business. If it proves well, then a bigger company is going to buy it up and mass produce it and put it on a Hollywood budget or whatever. You know what I mean, and make it into what you want it to be. You know what I mean.
I wanna be.
Oh,
very
you got
best.
Grand Theft Auto news.
Oh yeah.
For online, they said that they are not going to do the heists.
Period.
One of the
that.
producers, like just recently, they were in an interview. They asked if they were going to come out with the with the heist DLC, and he basically said no. We'll come out with DLCs. He did
Refund.
as he's doing it angrily.
Refund.
But basically, he was hinting at no. They don't plan on doing it.
What a bunch of
Let's keep the
my game that I'm excited for. Yeah,
next
no. How about
in the
not? I don't even need the game yet. I just want the announcement for the new Fallout.
Right.
There you
I
go.
thought they were gonna do it at E3.
Yeah, but
no, it's just Doom.
Something else.
Which, don't get me wrong, I'm a Doom fan. I like Doom. It's fucking survival horror in space, and you're not fucking in some weird ass suit, with lights on the back, and it's confusing. Instead, you've got a little flashlight that drains. It's pretty awesome. Doom's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, Fallout 4 is definitely. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that's the one to get next if it ever, you know.
You may have noticed a running trend on the podcast about the post-apocalyptic wastelands.
I am still interested to play Elder Scrolls Online when it comes out for Xbox.
Yeah, is that soon? That's soon.
They pushed it back to October, I think, or something like. Yeah, I mean it's not coming out till holiday season. But yeah, it's already on PC, and they're having a lot of problems with like coin bots and fake accounts that are there to generate money to sell online. You know what I mean? How they do in World of Warcraft. It's already been ran over by them.
Shit.
So they're trying to get that shit figured out before they do the console release, is what I think.
I've got some. They're not full-on games yet. I'm waiting for... One's a mod, and another one is a expansion that I hope's coming out at some point. So there's a game I play on Steam called War Games Red Dragon. Strategy RTS game.
It's a full game though, right? It's not
it's a full-on...
or whatever the hell it's called.
Full-on game. It's fully released, but I'm waiting for some DLC. Something along those lines, because they have really good DLC, and they don't charge you for it. They never want to charge you for it, so it's pretty awesome.
That's nice.
It's like icing on the cake. That is the awesomeness of that game. I'm also Rise of the Reds. It's a mod for Command and Conquer Generals, which is an older game, but man, this thing breathes new life into it. Makes pretty much rejuvenates the game.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I really want a new PC so I can play RTSs mainly. Like, if I get a really good PC, I'm not gonna play like shooters and shit. I'll keep my console for that sort of stuff. Like, I want a PC game or a console or PC gaming PC so that I can play the games that I can't play on console. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like RTSs and all those independent games and those weird games that are
SimCity.
in alpha or beta and SimCity. Yeah, for sure. Like, that's all I want it for. I don't want to play my console games on a PC. Like, I just want to play PC games.
Yeah.
On PC.
All right. Final question here. If you guys are ready. What new game or new game genre would you create if you were able to? So, in theory, you've got, infinite development funds.
First-person shooter Vietnam.
First-person shooter Vietnam.
I want a next gen World War II, but here's what I thought, and I know everyone's like, oh fucking, they've outdone World War II. Well, now they've outdone modern shit.
Yeah, I need to go back.
Look, with next gen,
What about the Korean War?
That would be cool, but hear me
insane.
out on my idea. With World War II, not only do you play like in the battles, but you also can like conquer the world with like a strategy type.
All right.
Right. Like a Risk or something.
Right,
kinda,
and they have like a shitload of maps because it's next gen.
Or damn near like XCOM, where you're doing diplomacy with different countries.
Right, that
shit.
too, yeah, for sure. But
you have funds to budget.
Have you ever heard of
protection?
Have you ever heard of World War II Online?
Nope.
It's this top down. It's top down. So basically, you can be a fucking grunt with a fucking Carbineer 98 or a Lee Enfield or M1 Garand or whatever, shooting other guys or riding in a tank or flying a plane or whatever. You can be a guy in charge of those people, telling them where to go. You can be the guy next higher up, I need artillery on these grid coordinates. I want these guys to go there. You can be the guys even higher up, sitting in a war room back in England or Berlin or whatever, going, okay, we need to move this division there, or this division there. And the fucking coolest part of it all is it's almost all real people. They've got bots, I believe, if I recall correctly, but you're moving around real people. The shitty part is it's subscription-based, and the graphics aren't the greatest in the world, but like I said, I don't care about graphics.
How much is it?
There's
10 or 15?
What I would do is the gold membership, which is like $1,000, but you never have to pay anything again. So
$1,000 life membership?
Lifetime membership, that's what I remember.
Huh.
So that seemed pretty neat to me.
That's fucked up. How much, otherwise, how much is it per month?
Ah, jeez. See, it's been a while since I looked it up.
If it was $10 a month, let's just say, just about, just to estimate it.
Yeah.
10 months would be $100.
I think it was like $100 or $200 a year.
100 months before you've earned that, or you've
earned that $1,000
before you start hitting savings.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, I don't know, it's less than 10 years, but it's pretty close. It's probably like 8 years or something.
Well, it's been out since the early 2000s, so it's
wow.
old.
Play 8 years of that game,
and they
and
updated the graphics to
savings.
like near modern levels. It's almost like Arma type graphics.
Right. So what's the genre that you would create?
So basically, I've got a couple different ideas here. I've got a couple different ideas here. Alright, so I've got this idea for a game. This is what I'm really looking for in a game, is persistence. So,
right.
I want a game
Constantly
that
evolving.
you commit to. I talked to you about that Vietnam game that I had an idea for, where you've got one team, they're the Viet Cong, the other team's the U.S. Everybody knows where the U.S. base is, but you don't know where the Viet Cong base is.
Yep.
But the U.S. base's advantage is it's very well defended, and they can call in all sorts of firepower and air support, and it's really hard to overrun and destroy their base.
Right.
The advantage of the Viet Cong is their base is freaking hidden.
And this is
every map it regenerates.
And it regenerated randomly.
Is this online?
And you would be committed to it, so you couldn't switch. You could not switch teams.
Oh, okay.
Because if you switch teams, you know where the base is.
Right.
You know? So it would be something that you log on to over the course of months.
Right.
And you're searching, you're going out on patrol, you're looking for this base. And when you finally find that'd be the sweetest thing in the world. Or if you're the Viet Cong, when you finally get enough forces in place and everything's set up to where you can overrun that fire base. That would be something pretty cool, right? You've got a game that you have, it's an achievement. It's a real achievement. It's not like, I just farted up to the top of this building. It's, I just took 37 days, and I actually managed to accomplish something with other people,
Yeah, and that's sounds like a really fun thing, a really good idea, but it's a real small market, That's probably why you haven't seen it yet.
Well, I think Arma, guys who play Arma, I think they'd be down. Have you seen that shit?
There is a market for it,
Arma,
for sure.
how they have
where you're simulating actual battle planning and things like that, real shit,
cool.
Higher up military people would probably,
I mean,
I thought of a variant that might work as well, where instead of Vietnam, you are a colonization fleet, and you're colonizing a new planet, and they would generate, threats specific to this planet. So you might not know, hey, this patch of ground, I shouldn't walk on that because those spores will fucking kill me. Or, hey, these tentacles come out of the ground and kill me in this areas.
Different,
and so you've got to
obstacles
basically conquer the world,
Right. Yeah, for sure. That's like searching for big cities, try to find the spot to land, without being detected.
Would this be on PC? I mean, can the next gen do all of what we're talking about?
Well, it could. It could if they put the development into it, but it's a very... like I said, this would be some high-end commitment stuff. Not a lot of people like to make commitments. Most people just want to get off work
you won't
and
see it on console because
play a game.
Console only puts out most of the time they only put out big title games. That are going to make a lot of money. And you're seeing independent games pop up more now because there's a bigger demand for it because they're so cheap. And they're very creative, because they have to catch your attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's that one game? The something Parable, have you seen where we're literally like it's a narrator talking about I don't know. I watched gameplay of it.
360?
No, it was on computer.
While we're waiting for you to look that up, this is my dream game, which is basically just World War II online, but you'd set it during like the Cold War.
Yeah.
So you'd have jets to play around with and cool shit like that. Because everybody likes more modern stuff. Because you can, swoop down on a jet, drop napalm on something, or be wailing away on a machine gun, or you're back in a war room and you're fucking making a decision whether or not to commit nuclear weapons.
Here's what I would
change the whole war.
This is my newest idea. I don't know if it would be a new genre, but it's just a new element to first-person shooting. Like all these first-person shooters, you're supposed to be like this real advanced soldier, or whatever. That's very highly skilled in everything that he does, except hand-to-hand combat. Every fucking game is just like you do a melee attack and they're dead. Titanfall, you just kick them and they're dead.
Yeah, and that sucks.
You come up behind them and snap their neck. Okay, there you got them from behind.
Yeah,
that's cool. But a kick to the chest isn't going to kill a dude. That's fucking jumping all over the place
with
and running
armor
the Titan.
on.
So
jetpack.
What should happen is just more. I don't know, something more like where you break into just a all-out fault, like a fight scene, like a Street Fighter.
So you gotta where test your reflexes or something.
That's what I'm saying. Another fucking class, another class. So you got your Titan class, you got your gun pilot class. Now you got your fighter class, where you have a style of fight that a fighting style you pick between whatever karate, jiu-jitsu, fucking Hebrew, Manchu, whatever.
Hebrew Manchu.
I don't know, but you see what I'm saying. But you'd have to find a way to where you enable it. It's only in certain areas that are like fighting stage areas, or something.
It just seems too it sounds badass, but you gotta think about it though. There's still a time limit on the game. There's still. The game is going. I don't know. It seems.
But
bad
that's how you do. That's what you do. Is
why
you
not
balance
make
it so to where when you do win one of those fights or something, it's worth a lot of points because it took up more of your time or whatever.
And it's not gonna be like round one fight.
No, you don't do a full on like.
No, it's like
so you've got 3 seconds, and whoever hits the buttons fastest and in the right order.
What you can do within melee, like engage in an actual fight with somebody instead of just fucking kicking them in the chest and they're out, or like fucking. I don't know what, like in Halo you would pistol whip them in the head. It's like, well, you got all this fucking armor on, you're supposed to be able to like fly through
withstand being pistol whipped from the head.
Yeah, like I don't buy it. You know what I mean? Like I should be able to we should be boxing. You know what I mean? Like
get to the point where you're shoving that pistol in between the plates and pulling the trigger 7 times or something like that.
Yeah.
Or you're snapping or stabbing his aorta artery or something,
You just
intense. It's combat.
Just add another level to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you balance it right, it could make gameplay a lot more intriguing in that sense, and it would bring in people from the fighting genre. Now you bringing in people from fighting into first-person shooters if they're not already. You know what I mean? They might already be, but. Not everybody is. Some people just say, I'm just fucking playing Street Fighter all the time so I can get really good and whatever.
Win the actual Street Fighter tournament.
But then if you start bringing in different elements from different genres into first-person shooters or whatever, then...
Terrorist skulls.
I agree with that. You need to add... First-person shooters are pretty dry, and I love it when they add a new element. Like Titanfall just added fucking jumping off of walls, and look how fucking...
Titan,
Yeah,
I mean,
look how... balls of the walls that is
we've
now.
We've had the Titans before in Mech Warrior and stuff like that, but you never were able to get out and start shooting at people. So that's what they did. They merged 2 things together, which are both first-person shooters already. I mean, I guess you can do third-person maybe in the Mech Warrior too, but I'm not sure. Never played it, but...
Found the game. It's called Stanley Parable.
No, I haven't heard of that.
It's like the never-ending game. Like it took like 3 years or something. Like it's not necessarily a never-ending game, but like every decision you make changes something.
Nice.
So I mean, it starts off with a guy going like it's a movie or with it like
that game. Those kind of games drive me crazy, man. Because I'm like,
it's nuts.
like, what the fuck did I do? I made the wrong choice. I know it. You know.
Yeah.
I'm always like,
Then you should
What have I missed?
You should then you should not play this game because you will literally probably go insane.
It's like in Fallout where you like
It's
shoot
pretty-
somebody and you're like,
Right.
what if that guy would have led me
Help
somewhere
me out.
cool?
Yeah,
Right.
give me some fucking gold and shit.
But you at least look it up and watch the video. It's pretty.
All right, so have we? I think
You've
we've
any-
crossed. You got any
Game ideas,
genre
genres,
bending ideas
what you would do,
of the such
vegetable
that you
simulator.
thought about, or just even a game idea that you thought about?
Cow simulator instead of a goat.
Yeah, actually, I think they already have that
Oh.
cow simulator.
I'm gonna think of
Have
shit
you seen
from
the
time
cheat
to
for it,
time,
like,
but
instead
it's
of,
mostly
like, it's
about
called
like
a really
strategy
tall
shit.
goat, but it's just a giraffe,
So
a really tall goat.
No dice.
no, not really.
No
All right,
dice.
So, all right. Moving on to Bluebirds.
Oh yeah,
That's the final
comment there.
from our viewers. So yeah, what did he?
He wants
He has
us to
something
talk.
to say on your Facebook.
He wants us to go over Saturn death cults, which is a theory, sort of a mishmash of a bunch of different theories. And I do want to get into it and get in
Saturn
depth.
death cult.
Saturn death cult theory.
I skimmed the website SaturnDeathCult.com
Yeah.
before you got here, or when you were here, before we started recording, and it said something about how they believe that Saturn was our original sun.
Saturn ascends, or whatever Tool said, man.
And then
their
there was
Tool's
like a
part
bunch
of
of
that.
things. At the
Probably.
very bottom, it said like God, oil, like I
What
don't know,
the
just a
fuck?
bunch of random shit. Like I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's like this one took a big step, like.
Well, it's pretty complex. It's going to take some time to go through it all. And I want to do that as its own sort of a separate
Flying to
section
Venus.
on a podcast. So we're going to do a little research
It was a
and
very
get
long theory, yeah. We'll do. We didn't get the research done, I guess. Really.
I've done a little bit, but I'd like everybody to get some links in and some reading.
Links
So
I
that
would
you
just go to
guys,
that website. I think that website pretty much had it all. SaturnDeathCult.com. Yeah, if we all just kind of read up on that, we'll have more to say about it. I know you know more about it than anybody here, so I mean, maybe you can just bring us up on a few of the ideas, and maybe we can just give our opinion on what we think about that, if it's bogus or relevant or whatever.
Just about everything from ancient cults and just everything tied in. It's really hard to explain. You can't. It's not something you take in bits and pieces. This is something we're gonna have to digest as a sandwich, not as an appetizer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just give me a couple pieces.
Do you believe Stanley Kubrick's tied up in some conspiracy type stuff, hiding moon landings or
I don't know. I think he's
ancient
dead,
truths?
isn't
Stanley Kubrick's dead as hell.
Yeah,
About as
so
dead as you can get.
When he was alive, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know a lot about him other than his movies. I've seen a lot of his movies, and they're pretty out there. But I don't know if he wrote them. I mean, I know he directed them, but I'm not sure if he wrote them too. Like, if somebody else wrote them, then it's just about him choosing who wrote, choosing the titles he wants to direct or whatever, and just choosing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know if the fucked up part really comes from his head rather than the writers he chooses to
Here's
direct.
why I don't want to quite go into it yet, is because I know a lot of this stuff from like other theories and other elements. I don't really, I still haven't quite gotten to the heart of this one.
Right.
So I've read up a little bit. I'm doing my research right now. I want to give everybody a little bit time to at least skim over it and get some ideas out there. So yeah, that's going to be a future podcast subject.
All right, yeah. Maybe next week's half hour or second half or we'll do that. All right, well.
Matt Damon.
All right, so now Matt Damon's in the house. Not. Game news. This is
Game
all.
news.
Oh, I
We'll
didn't know
bring
we were
out the
doing
game news now.
Oh, I should have saved all my stuff for that. Fuck it.
You know it.
I
It's
had,
all
I
good.
had, I had
was-
the breaking news.
I was gonna say
throughout the whole.
yeah,
Yeah,
throughout the
we
whole
didn't stop
thing.
you. We didn't
Well,
stop you. It's all good.
Yeah.
We keep it.
Matt Damon.
All right, so I know you guys will be interested in this. I read Fallout 3. This guy set a new speedrun record.
What?
Fallout 3?
For Fallout 3 for 23 minutes and 55 seconds.
That's
He
pretty
bit
impressive.
The entire storyline.
See,
Wow.
I can see that
it's
being
any
done.
percentage. It's a no. It's not a percentage set.
Yeah.
runs.
It's
beat
just
it.
beat the
Beginning
actual
to end.
main storyline.
He had beat his previous record, which was like 24-20. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
Hi, I have no life.
Well, here's why I can
Well-
see that being pretty easily done. Because I've done it in an hour, and I'm
Right.
not that good.
Right.
So
Right.
I can see somebody else do that.
Well,
I just like
said he
Fallout
is-
New Vegas so much better.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was their
It's
second
always-
one. They had more
Features.
experience with it, and
I like Fallout 3
Fallout
because
3
the
was-
atmosphere was
Yeah.
a lot. I
If-
think a lot.
If they had done some of the things like the iron sights or being able to aim in Fallout 3, it would have been really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a really good game, but using VATS and hip firing all the damn
all right.
time
So
is
it said
annoying.
this dude Bubbles Del Fuego.
Bubble,
Fuego!
Bubbles do el
He
fuego!
explained some of his techniques. One of his chief strategies involves a process called load clipping, in which quick saving and quick loading can somehow teleport you through certain obstacles. And dialogue skip is an exploit that allows you to skip dialogue by doing this thing. Bubbles Del Fuego also uses a subtle time-saving maneuver called slope jumping, where if you time your jumps right, going uphill, you won't be slowed down by the incline the way you would be by walking.
So he used glitches
Yeah,
and
but it says
saving to
it
sort of
says
cheat
that-
his way to the victory.
It says, while these are tricks and glitches, they're available to anyone and thus considered valid techniques in speedrunning community. Also, like Mario Brothers had
Okay.
Mario Brothers, they just set a new record, like under 5 minutes,
Let me
original Mario
make
Brothers.
this point.
and they use glitches and all that. They consider glitches a part of it. But then it gets patched, and it's like, what version do you get to play when you speedrunning? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
This is my point. Is just because it's available to everybody does not make it cheat. Does not make it not cheating.
Right.
Like I can enter a race and cheat just as well as anybody
Like,
else
what
can.
if I could go in and just get into the code and then just type myself into the
Theoretically-
end of the game? You know what I mean? 25
Theoretically,
seconds. Like, what's
everybody
going on?
has the ability to code themselves into victory. You just have to know how to do that stuff.
Right.
It's not like there's some sort of caste system in the
Within
United
the
States where
language
you
of the
can't have
game.
that knowledge or whatever.
Right.
It's not forbidden knowledge or off limits to anyone, and it's still cheating. He cheated. That's the bottom line there. Is if it's available to everybody, if you're able to do it, and I'm able to do it, but it's not a core element of the game, it's not something that's just normal within the game, it's still cheating.
Yeah. So, all right. Well. All right.
You
Let's
two
see,
checking out, or
the lead of the GTA Rockstar division just bought a church. He just bought a church.
A church?
You bought a church?
Yep, in like some old church in England or some shit
Oh.
that was about to
Like a Japanese
get like sold and turned into like just whatever restaurants and bars or whatever and shit.
Yeah.
So he bought it to keep the historic element.
Oh, nice.
So that was pretty cool, but random.
Well, people have weird hobbies.
It was like $500,000 or something.
Yeah. Famous people have weird hobbies.
Yep.
You never know what somebody, that's famous. It's always surprising just to find out, like, somebody fishes or collects toy trains or does something that just doesn't seem like, you know, something a rap artist would do, or a basketball star, or a famous politician. Yeah, politician
Underwood.
hobbies are usually
Frank
not.
Underwood set up a Civil War battle reenactment with porcelain soldiers that he painted with President Walker. And I'm not gonna give the spoiler, but season 2 was pretty crazy. and it just ended well, in my opinion. But you know, not many people like that show. I mean, a lot of people do, but not many people like
that. You know,
no, like that.
I'm a United States senator.
Yeah.
It's literally the only quote I know from that show.
Dude, well, I mean, it gets pretty crazy, dude. Like, he pushes this bitch in front of a subway and she gets her face smashed by the
Spoiler alert.
I don't care. I didn't say which character he pushes.
Debbie.
But, I guess.
Debbie Brown streak.
And that's like damn near juvenile.
Debbie
in,
dies in Subway.
Comparison to the other shit, like, it's crazy.
Debbie Brown streak. Brown streaks. Alright,
what else?
So now there's been a bit of a science experiment research where they say now, you know, I don't agree with the theory that video games cause people to be violent or whatever any more so than anything else in the media.
Yeah.
But so this article caught my eye. They said that violent video games actually cause people to feel more guilt when they do guilty things or whatever, or just when they make like if people that play violent video games, or games, not even violent games, but games that force them to make immoral choices, they feel more guilt in real situations.
What? That's crazy.
Fucking.
It's like that. It's like that time where I had to cut the education budget in SimCity, and it made me feel really, really guilty later on in the day.
Those
Which if you had a camera on my face right now, you could tell I'm being fucking sarcastic.
That's right, because I remember, like, I don't know.
I'll give them the sarcastic rim shot.
There we go.
It had to have been 2000 and...
back in 2000.
2000! No,
Double out
it was
one.
like 2012, maybe, yeah.
So back during the Mayan apocalypse.
So, yeah, basically,
Alright, so
Video games
moving
make
on.
you guilty. Moving on.
Yeah,
Well, hold on. Can I say just this?
Sure.
I think it's bullshit.
Oh, no, I remember.
That it makes you more sympathetic towards make decisions.
I mean,
I think
you
it's
have
the
to
same
think about
thing
the
with,
small amount of study or whatever the people that it was done on and who they are.
I
It
think
might
it's the
not be
same
people
thing as
that
the
play-
violent video games make people violent. I think it's the exact same thing as they've skewed the results to try and get something.
Right.
Which, you know, if you say, oh, it makes you more sympathetic, you can just as easily say, oh, this can make you violent, or
Well, and if that's the case,
whatever,
then it just shows, the
mind-altering effects of video
behind
gains.
the other side's claims. That
Oh,
it
yeah.
makes it more violent, you know what I
Who
mean?
funded it? The Moms Against Violent Video Games? Probably.
What is that?
What's doing to a kid?
Mothers for violent video
Is
games.
that what? Wives Against Xbox?
Wives
Wax?
against wax.
That's a real.
That's a real
It's a real
thing.
thing.
That, you know,
Yep.
People
They
are
want-
sad.
Wives Against Sex.
Like they have time to do that.
every human being on this planet is insane. You know, every one of us.
Insane.
Like, we just don't realize it.
I bet you there's Moms Against Fishing.
Right.
You
But,
know,
I mean,
insane.
there are
Man,
some
it's the
groups that are,
deadliest
you know,
sport
You never
of
heard
them
of
all.
math?
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 I never
Math.
done math.
Her
It
math?
ain't for me.
Her Mom's Against Fishing. Her math.
For math.
All right.
Chill out,
What's the deal with what's the
Chill-
deal with airline food?
Chill out,
alright.
guys.
Cliffy B's coming back. I don't know if you know Cliff Blazinski, whatever. He's the guy that was the lead designer behind Gears of War series
Oh,
when it was good, and Unreal.
Nice.
He was one of the main programmers behind the Unreal
so he's
series.
a big fan of men on
And
steroids.
he retired from game developing because he just made so much money and was young and was like,
Oh, fuck it.
like he got a job there at 19 and worked there for 20 years at Epic Games.
And now he
39.
owns
He's like, I'm retiring at 39. Like,
Yeah,
this
like,
fucking clowning.
Now he owns a hovercraft jet ski.
Right. But now he's like, I've got some new ideas, and he's coming back.
Yeah,
so that's,
I
that's
blew all my
pretty
money
cool.
on hookers and cocaine.
He was,
Yeah, that's
right.
what- exactly
he was like,
what happened.
He's like, I don't want my legacy to be the chainsaw assault rifle or whatever. He's like
Right.
from Gears of War. Like, I don't want everybody to just know me as the guy that made the,
Right.
First off,
the chainsaw
I'll be
bayonet.
honored if my legacy
Yeah.
was
Was
the
the
chainsaw
chainsaw
assault
bayonet.
rifle.
that was
Right.
pretty damn
Bayonet.
cool.
The
Yeah.
Lancer.
That's cool.
But Gears of
Yeah.
War is a dead game.
Yeah.
Just point
Well,
out.
they're trying to bring
Yeah.
it back on the next gen. But he's not behind it, of course. But it's still Epic Games. But they're trying to bring it back on the next gen on
Really?
Xbox. Yep.
I bet you
and
it'd
they're
sell.
keeping it.
It'd probably
They're keeping
sell a
it
lot.
exclusive, and I would think by now that they would go ahead and let it go for everybody, since it's not a big seller anymore. That's when you put it on PlayStation as well. Now you know. what I mean?
And then
get
all of
rid
them are
the
like, oh my
exclusive shit.
god!
But-
But Microsoft bought it. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, that's never...
They
Then
bought Gears of
PlayStation
War
will get
now.
it when they
Right.
pry it from
Microsoft bought Gears of
Microsoft's
War like they
cold
bought
corporate
Halo.
fingers.
So, you know what I mean? That's what
Oh,
that is.
I could see that being money. Like, I could see them making big ass money.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
20,
I
30,
love
no,
Gears
20,
of War.
20, 30 years down the road when we have kids. And then, like, farther than that when our fucking kids have kids.
Right, it's gonna be like I
like,
mean,
and then-
Halo's
and
gonna
then-
be like
and then-
Star Wars, you know,
yeah,
where they're
they'll-
doing the
they'll
fucking
go- They'll be like, oh, we're gonna bring it out for next gen again.
Yeah.
Or that they just won't mess with it for a couple generations, and then all of a sudden
Right.
they go, oh hey, here we go, here's this
Bang.
game back in 2000s.
Right.
What the hell's the 2000s? That's like 100 years ago. This is like great grandpa status, and then they're gonna be like, this game's badass.
So
Fucking money.
new game coming out. Great job, everyone. All the simulators are trending. Grass Simulator
Oh.
is the
man.
next wave in
What?
the simulators.
Dude.
And dynamic grass shading and effects, weather, cows, and guns. Because why not?
Yeah, because, well, yeah.
Because fuck it, let's put some guns in a grass simulator. Is it just gonna be like a blade of grass, just like pulls out an
Just
egg and it's like,
grass all over the
oh!
place. The grass moves. It's fucking great. I
Hold
don't
on,
know what.
I'm looking it up.
Look it up.
The grass is
Simulator.
greener on the
it's
other
not
side.
No.
There's just a whole bunch of stuff about dope.
Yep.
I can probably find it because I posted it
So-
up earlier.
Damn teenagers.
So wait.
smoking dope out
You
of
mean
coke
they
cans?
finally had the balls to take Farm Simulator and go to the
Just-
other side of the equation?
Grass is always greener
Yep.
on the other side.
Corn
It's true.
simulator.
So now we're looking at grass.
Oh yeah,
Brother
man, John
Ducky.
fucked up about like $200 worth of corn. So
What?
No,
No.
It's
No.
not illegal.
I know it's not, but
Bada bing.
You're freaking out, John.
You're freaking out, man.
Hang on your knees, you big booty bitch, start sucking.
but yeah,
He's writing a note.
And he's gonna listen to this podcast.
no, but he might. So yeah, no.
What's the possibility?
So
of that?
anyways, Gabe, I'm vetoing it. No.
Okay.
Hey,
right
I
now.
fucked up with $200 worth of corn.
Wow.
Here's
Wow.
a grass simulator clip.
That's it.
You're gonna get
Grass.
11 out
What
of
is it?
10,
Gra-
Bing.
Grass is
9
green.
out of 10.
I have a gun.
Yes, we're walking through the woods with a gun. There's a
Wait,
cow.
so you're the person? You're not the grass?
Oh, I thought
You're
you
a
were
person.
grass.
You get the
That's
dynamic
not
weather.
grass simulator. That's fucking
Look at the
field
tree.
simulator.
Right.
Whoa, look at the tree.
Cows don't
Yeah.
say moo.
8 out of
8 out of 12. Advanced grass shading.
Oh,
You're staring at a cow.
Cow
Open world terrain. Alright.
That seems like the
That's it?
most boring
Yeah.
thing.
Loot and items. But he doesn't loot anything. He didn't loot anything.
Dynamic
Dynamic
tree.
trees.
Yeah, there you go.
What does that mean?
Where's waterfalls?
Shooting. Because yeah.
Because fuck yeah.
Play single player or multiplayer.
Hey. I don't know.
It's got that boring Minecraft music. Vote now.
So what? You run around on the field and shoot each other with pistols. It's not a grass
But it's
simulator.
got the best grass in any game. That's what sells it.
That's what sells it?
Or doesn't.
Or doesn't? Yeah.
Doesn't.
Or
Bold
doesn't
prediction.
I don't think I'm very sold.
doesn't.
Are you sold on Grass Simulator after that nice little trailer?
Nope.
Nope.
All right. So
I don't need no.
they're doing a
Alright, let's stop
Civilization Revolution.
Oh yeah, I saw you post
2.
that. Yeah, that shit
Civ
was
Rev
tight.
2.
What's up with that?
Remember the console one they did? Civilization?
I do. It's very addictive.
They're doing a second one. It's
Is
coming
it
out
gonna
on
be better and not shitty?
I assume so, but it's
Civ
only
Rev was pretty good.
It was, but
It's
you
dumbed
could
down
make
because
an
it's for the
unstoppable
console.
army and shit,
No.
yeah.
and it was gay because
Yeah, you can do that in regular Civilization if
Not-
you're good enough.
no,
But-
not really.
It's only
On
out on
Civ 5.
iOS, and it came
Conquered
out
the whole
on
world in
Wednesday.
Civ
Or it's
5.
coming out
Me
Wednesday.
too.
It's coming out Wednesday on iOS only, so I don't know if it's going to come to Xbox or not. But if it did, I would get it. Prick.
Prick, motherfucking dick lick.
New
Shit,
game from the
bitch.
Worms developers.
The what?
Worms. You
Yeah.
play Worms?
I remember Worms.
Williams?
It's called Sheltered. It's a 2D Fallout, damn near like side scroller. Here, I'll show you a shot. Fallout, like a new Shelter. It's about
That actually looks pretty cool.
No.
see the
Yeah, I see it.
you're in like a shelter. Let's see, post-apocalyptic strategy game by the team from Worms. Sheltered is about a nuclear family surviving the world is consumed in fire, or after the world is consumed in fire. It's a feel-good game if feeling good involves claustrophobia, radiation, and choices of moral ambiguity.
Sounds feel good to me.
Yeah.
So,
Should we eat our kid or not?
Yeah.
right?
My
Johnny's
wife-
got the radiation sickness.
My wife's dead. I don't have anyone to
My
fuck.
wife's
My daughter's here.
Oh no, Dave. Why do you always have to take it there, man? Woo or something, man. That was well deserved there.
You ever seen the movie Old Boy?
No,
It's on Netflix. Really good
it was
movie,
directed
Really
by
good
Spike
movie,
Lee. I don't
but
know.
it's really fucked up.
There's a lot of incest.
Fuck you, Spike Lee!
You gotta watch
Alright,
it.
It's a
so,
bakery!
let's see. What's
You talk bad about Asian?
Hurry up, Reese.
Bakery!
Alright. Get on to
NASA?
a subject.
NASA threw a flying saucer into space, and you could have watched it live.
One of
On
ours or one
iOS.
of theirs.
Who's there?
Exactly.
I bet you it's on YouTube.
It probably is.
And we're gonna watch
But,
it after this podcast, please. I need to watch
Let me
that
find
now.
that little.
So somebody needs
I
to take the
s-
computer
article.
animation of it re-entering, and then do the intro from that one X-Files episode where they're in the command bunker and they're like, "We've got a fallen angel."
Yeah.
I never watched X Files. I was too scared.
Alright, so
Really?
after scrapping all of its planned test launches, NASA will
Alright, we're
attempt
watching X-Files now.
to release its low-density supersonic decelerator from the edge of space. The rocket-powered flying saucer-shaped landing vehicle will then return to Earth on a dramatic path through the Hawaii skies. Watch it live here, bitch.
Batch.
Biatch.
Batch.
So, just look for that.
What day did they say?
Rocket
Saturday.
powered dick.
Oh.
Is when it was aired.
Well, I'm probably gonna be busy Saturdays.
I think it was last Saturday.
Oh.
Are you gonna be busy last Saturday?
I actually am. I just built a time machine. Woof.
Wolves use their eyes to talk to each other.
Ah.
Is that what they've confirmed
Yep.
through observation?
Um,
Science is real, people.
So they're like
they've related
Rock
it to the
Dwayne
size
Johnson?
of their eyes,
Uh-huh.
and pretty much have come to the conclusion that the bigger the eyes, the more they use them to communicate. You know,
Right.
just through the motion of the eyes, the adjusting of pupils and stuff
That's
like
probably
that.
how dogs communicate.
So they're like
too.
Dwayne the Rock
Like
Johnson.
because they can see really well, so when they're looking at each other's eyes, they can, if they have more, things they can do with their eyes and shit. Big ass eyes, you know what I mean, so
Yeah.
that you can see them easier. adjust your pupil size based off of your mood or whatever, or blood flow or something. Then they know you're
I can see that.
like ready to hunt or defend or whatever.
He's
or,
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
I can
sure.
see that helping you kill things.
I mean, because they can't
Useful skill for a
talk,
wolf.
obviously. And so if they're trying to sneak around at night or whatever, they can't like
Right.
bark at each other or whatever because they move in packs.
Gary!
Right. Gary!
Ah, Gary.
Gary's moving
You think
packs.
dogs do that?
Huh?
Communicate with their eyes?
I'm sure dogs do that too.
I'm gonna
certain
try that
breeds.
on the next dog I'm around, like,
And that's
make
why
my
they always
eyes
say,
bigger,
like,
and, you know,
I've always heard that,
staring dogs in the eye will
look
make
something
you know,
about looking in dogs in the eyes kind of will fuck with them sometimes, I guess. You know what I mean? Or cause them to get a little weird.
Yeah.
And, that's probably why you're probably giving them the wrong message by
Yeah.
whatever, without knowing it, by the shape of your eyes or whatever or something.
That's weird.
That's why you're not supposed to stare at them. That would make sense.
Yeah. What was it last?
Who
I
let
think it
the
was last
dogs
week or
out?
so.
No.
That's it. That's all I got. What you got, John?
Let's see.
Jiminy Joe.
That's the end of my
Shit.
news list.
Russia's vulnerable to nuclear attack right now. They lost
From
their
who? Anyone?
from anyone. Game's on.
Have your
World.
take at 'em, huh?
Well,
Nice way to keep the shit going when you're a high priority target already with the fucking
Right.
Ukraine shit or whatever. The fuck
Yeah,
they're
let's
doing.
go, right.
well, they lost their
Let's
their
go.
early warning satellite, so their warning time's
Satellite?
gone from like 30 minutes to freaking like 6 minutes or whatever. So what I'm saying is we already have stealth bombers, stealth fighters, so radar's fucking useless, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've got only 6-minute warning, so we should start a WhiteHouse.gov petition. Dear President Obama, please launch first strike on Russia while we have the chance.
There's this.
Shh! Don't let him find out.
Yeah.
Who's it?
No. Oh man.
Russia.
Yeah.
Russia. You can see his
So
little
what
drawing
else?
he did.
The what?
The Japs on the side of it.
Who
Other
did?
side. You know how the Japs just bought Jim Beam?
Looks just like him.
I have a reprise.
What's it say? Asia? What?
Asian.
Asian
Just
guy.
Asian. Nice.
Oh. 74-year-old woman had a laptop explode on her like a bomb. Got 3rd-degree burns all over her body.
Was it very hot?
I imagine so.
I am not. Yeah, dude, that's lame.
You know what the most shocking part of this story is to me?
What is that?
We've got a 74-year-old woman who knows how to use a goddamn laptop.
Well, obviously she didn't because she probably, if she knew how to use a laptop, she'd be like, damn, this thing's hot, I should stop using it and get a new one.
It's running slow. Maybe I need to feed it gasoline.
Right, like, how hot does it have to be before it blows up and you don't fucking realize it?
Yeah. But yeah, that'd be surprising. Nana getting blown up by a laptop.
Are we just doing random stuff now?
This is
Yes.
topics that we have.
You have some?
I have
We're at the
something.
miscellaneous. I didn't transition to it. Miscellaneous news.
New York City cracks down on pole dancing in subway trains.
No more?
Yeah, no more.
What? No.
Can't-
Yeah, man. That
Can't pole dance in the
sucks.
subway train?
They're
Who?
cracking down. Doesn't mean you can't. Just
You
means
mean-
they're cracking down.
You
Kind of like when they
mean
say,
we-
we're cracking down on drunk driving or
Yeah.
seat belts. Like, they just run the same fucking ad. They're doing the same thing. They do everything.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They really are.
So they're
cracking
trying
down
to
there.
discourage us from rubbing our junk against one of the most germy metal poles publicly available.
Quit transmitting disease. Please.
New York.
Another one. Here's
has
another new
fucked
thing
up
from New
laws.
York. A
Great.
good thing from
I love
New York.
New York.
New York's top court struck down a law that made cyberbullying a crime. Fucking pussies.
Finally.
Well,
Wait, how are they pussies for?
No. The kids are pussies.
Oh,
The
Deal with
ones.
Me and John talked about this earlier. People in Hong Kong are protesting for democracy.
Hong Kong?
yeah, it's like a Tiananmen Square 2.
Oh, so they're about to blow him up.
They're about to blow him up.
Yeah.
They're all gonna die.
Well, no,
China comes up in every episode
Yeah.
of this show.
Yeah,
Ran
because
over 'em all.
That's
China.
the running theme.
But that's
through
because
every episode is
right.
China.
But they're fucking dastardly bastards, motherfuckers.
well, last time, I believe the Chinese threat was overshadowed by ants.
Ants.
Yeah, ants took over.
Red fucking
A Philadelphia food truck exploded.
Yes.
And drained
Philadelphia
12
cream
people.
cheese?
Yes.
Or
Packed with cream cheese. That's why
Philadelphia
it was so
cream
hot.
cheese truck?
Here you go.
Here you go. Alright.
I don't know.
Sneaky
Every
cat.
What kind of food was on the truck?
I don't.
Was it Philadelphia sandwich?
Our 4-alarm chili.
Taco Bell,
Well, it wasn't Philadelphia. It's more than likely a Philadelphia sandwich truck.
Well,
Philly cheesesteak or whatever. Why not?
Oh,
I'd
y'all
be
see
shitty if I
that?
went to Philadelphia and there was nowhere to get a
with
Philly
whiz
cheesesteak.
or without.
And there's like, no, man. Everybody else, it's all out west now.
So,
Did you see a dog cops up missing wedding ring 5 years
I did
after
hear
it
about that.
disappears?
It's fucked up. I don't know how I can process that.
And do you want to give back the wedding ring to your spouse after the
Here you
dog
go.
coughs it up after 5
I would
years?
probably just eat it after that. Fuck it. See what happens when I eat it.
Shit, I'm
This
so
was
good.
I kept this in my stomach for 40 years.
See how long I can go, dog.
Right.
Fuck you. You ain't got
No.
shit on
When
me.
when you
see, now you eat one of the dog's toys and then cough it up.
It's plastic, though. That's
I don't know, but you know what?
yeah, it's gonna suck.
Can't have the diamond in me, or can't have the plastic in me, but a diamond is
Like
okay.
I saw South Park the other night and Cartman ate his underwear and then threw it back up. Later it was so gross. He was like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
His underwear is hanging out of his mouth.
You know what I just realized? Is that restraining orders? They're nothing but hold on.
Dude.
They're
Hold on, don't
nothing.
laugh yet.
They're nothing but federal documents that prove your love to someone. So in the future, you go, hey babe, look,
dude.
I loved you since this long.
See,
See?
I don't have restraining orders. I'm not.
Disclaimer: the views of Woke Dog 54 do not necessarily represent
the views of everyone else in this room.
okay, I got a couple more.
It's nothing but a love letter, baby.
Hey, good news
I hear you.
out of
You know what? We haven't done yet.
the rest of the world, I guess, or wherever they're doing that
Right.
soccer match.
Oh yeah.
We lost.
Oh, we're flying to Brazil
Oh yeah.
Flying out of
for the
Brazil.
World Cup.
For the hookers, you mean?
For the Bucks.
The hookers and the coke.
Yeah, that's Mexico.
I know it is. I don't know. Brazil would be like, it's
No,
like
it'd have
Colombia.
it'd have the
Peruvian
Himalayan
flute land?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Well, I respect the
some,
people of Brazil with their own
Wrong
distinctive
house.
culture.
Yeah, man, they're
The United States
The women
has
are
managed
sucking
to get its ass kicked in soccer.
We got pretty far.
We beat the UK.
But I
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
We beat them, but we got
Fuck
farther
soccer.
than them.
Hashtag fuck soccer, is that what you said?
Yes,
Alright,
hashtag
that's
fuck
our first
soccer.
hashtag. What's the pen?
Hashtag fuck.
We'll remember that. Fuck soccer. I remember that. I will say that as well.
Anyways, I applaud this development because
Soccer.
it means all those people who suddenly became interested in soccer
Yeah.
are now going to go back to
This is a
America's
nice pen.
sport, football.
Whose pen is this? This is a nice pen.
That's my pen.
Hey,
Damn, it's
hey.
got diamonds. Said you bejazzled this or whatever.
But jizzle
I, no, I vajazzled it.
well, this is what I'll say.
Bejazzle?
I
This is
vajazzled
what
it.
I'll
I heard
say
of
to that
bejazzling
though.
where they
The
bejeweled
reason,
your
the reason.
bejazzled.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're right.
The reason that people who never necessarily give a fuck about soccer now is because this is the first time the World Cup has been on like primetime American TV and like put in your face.
Right.
It's all over the TV
on
now.
It
McDonald's
just
cup.
it
Yeah.
seems so goddamn
It's
artificial
on
to
McDonald's cups.
I
Soccer
actually
looks
this
so
is my
stupid.
but,
If you
well,
want to tell me baseball's boring, I will show you a game
Here.
of soccer. That's not.
but this
You know
but
what
let
they-
me
you know
say
what
this. It's great to at least. I mean, I only watched bits and pieces of it because it's long.
Because you can't stand to watch an entire thing. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
if you watch
but
the whole thing, you riot.
But
different
it's
experience.
okay.
Beat the
It's
shit out of
okay
people,
that
like in the UK. Like,
the one.
sounds fun.
These are the reasons that I would watch it for
Yeah.
the periods of time that I did. One, there's no other major sports going on right now, really.
True.
And two,
Baseball.
it's
Yeah,
the
baseball.
World
It's the
Cup.
slow part of baseball.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the World Cup,
It
and
only
the
happens
United
every
States is
4 years.
playing.
It's the Olympics kind of thing.
Right. Okay. Well,
I mean-
fuck American soccer when it's not the World Cup. I don't care.
Right.
If they make it, great. But
Right. World Cup is like the Olympics of soccer.
So,
it only
yeah,
happens
like-
every 4 years.
yeah,
and
so
the best
America's,
go,
we lost to fucking Belgium, though.
It was
Boo-hoo.
2-1 in overtime.
and boo.
I mean, I'll give the
Boo.
guys granted. I mean, running around a fucking field for 90 fucking minutes. Holy shit. It's a lot, but I mean, it's still boring.
No, I'm not.
Like, if they were making goals all the fucking time and shit was
That's what
happening.
I'm saying. Make
Alright,
soccer
but-
better or whatever,
Right.
Americanized. You
Yeah.
just gotta.
Tackle the fuck out of
You
people?
gotta make
The
them-
world
you gotta-
must
You gotta.
See-
conform to
you
us.
just gotta.
See,
turn,
that's the mistake the
hold on.
world's making.
You
though.
gotta turn it into football.
Yeah,
there we go.
tackling, yeah,
All you gotta
fuck
do
yeah.
is make the
Conveyor
field
that
smaller.
have been
Let people
watched.
use their hands instead of their feet, and let them tackle each
There
other.
we go. I'd watch that.
That sounds like
That's
bad
all you
shit.
gotta do,
I don't know.
and then people would watch it.
I'd watch that.
Well, hold on. Now
Yeah.
you're just talking about rugby.
Football.
You're talking about like rugby now.
Well, rugby and American football was created by a rugby coach and a soccer coach that were both immigrants and worked together to create a new game for the new country or whatever, and they combined the rules of rugby and soccer, and that's how it was made. And that's why I said what I said, because you do those things and now people watch it, and that's why
Yeah.
American football is
Beats
American
everything.
football.
Yeah.
Well, here, I mean, it's one of those things that's, I don't know. It's like over.
But then with the NFL needs to go over to UK
it's like
and France
overconsumption or whatever.
and shove it down
whatever
their throats.
else comes
Oh, we
with
did.
the American
We did.
stigma across the world. All right, so
God,
I've run out
yeah.
of topics. You run out of topics. Are we moving on to?
I
the
believe
end of
we
it?
are.
The
Yeah.
topic of the week.
Uh,
Topic of the
A
week.
few of those.
What's the topic of the week?
I don't know, something short though.
Yes.
Like
bus?
Jackson.
Well, we had talked about whatever
Oh yeah,
before.
weird
just-
shit that's happened to us. Anybody have any odd stories, interesting things they want to share?
Yes.
Here we go.
Some still to this day I haven't figured it out.
Abnormal. Here, wait. Abnormal experiences.
Oh.
Topic of the week.
I'm your host, Art
Segue.
Bell.
Swear to God, when I was in the
Love
army, I had gnomes in my room. Or
Gnomes?
Gnomes.
Underwear gnomes?
Yes, just about.
No.
When you did PT in the army, you had to wear this gay ass vest, and it was fucking stupid. It was like protective vest, like, it reflects light, so you're not gonna get hit by a car, and if you wear it, bullets won't hit you either. Like stupid shit like that. Like, you have to wear it inside the guard shack while you're running the front gate.
Just sounds
Just
like
in
everybody's
case-
fucking
yeah.
with you there.
Just in case a car comes crashing through the door, and it's not gonna hit you. Don't worry, bro. You'll be fine. The debris will not hit you.
You said you were in the
So don't
army,
worry.
right?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about in the army? And
Yeah.
you think you had gnomes.
Yeah. No.
Pretty
Hold
sure-
on. Hold on. I'm
Pretty
getting
sure
to
it
that.
let's-
says
let's get to
everybody
the gnomes.
fucking with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
Pretty sure people are just fucking with you.
No. So I had a PT belt or a PT vest, and I had a hook next to the fridge where me and my roommate would put both of our PT vests every morning when we got done PT.
What's PT?
Physical training,
Alright.
like run like 10
Alright.
miles and shit.
I'm not familiar
And
with the term. Physical training. What's physical training?
I got off work. This is one of the nights where I did not get drunk. We ended up, because I think we were on GO1 where we weren't allowed to drink. I think we went bowling or some shit like that. And
Woo!
me and my roommate left with both of ours hanging there.
Both
Came
of
back
your
and
what?
they were
Both
hanging,
of your
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
PT belt.
Cowboy.
And we came back. They're still there. Went to bed. Still there. Woke up, gone. Just fucking gone.
Yeah, I've had something
No one-
similar happen to me.
No one came in the room. We tore that room apart. There was nothing. Like 4 months later, like we lifted the beds up, looked under everything, nothing. The door was locked, nothing. Like 4 months later, we were cleaning our room out, and we found both of them underneath both of our beds. Like, not the mattress, our whole fucking bed, because it was like a whole, like it had drawers underneath the bed part. Like, you lift the whole son of a bitch up, and it's fucking heavy as shit. Both of ours were just underneath each of our things. It was fucking nuts.
And that's the only gnome. That's
No,
the
no,
only
no.
gnome
Other-
encounter you've
other
had.
shit has gone
Close
missing.
encounters of the gnome kind.
Other
But has
shit
it
has
turned
gone-
up later in odd spots?
No, that was the only time it ever came back. That was the only time it ever came back.
Yeah, I believe that's called people fucking with you.
No, how could someone fuck with us when we locked our room when we left?
There was someone else there with you, right?
So you're telling me you're in
So
the
he was
army,
lying
but
to you.
nobody else has.
He was in on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, because if you show up to fucking PT the next morning without a PT vest, you're getting fucked.
Yeah,
Why would he also put his? Because no one else has keys to our
that's true.
rooms,
Oh no.
and he's
Maybe
not going to be a
then.
dick like
Maybe
that.
Not, then.
Somebody,
got me there.
Maybe somebody was in your room.
No,
In the closet.
you don't realize how
Closet.
small these rooms. The room was
He was in
smaller than
He was
this
in your
right
butt.
Yeah.
The room was smaller than this right here. Like,
Yeah.
it was small. There's no
So,
there's
like-
no hiding in the closet.
So, like, your
There's no
sergeant
hiding.
or whoever's in charge of your barracks, he doesn't have a key to your room.
Battalion staff duty does.
There we
Yeah.
But
go.
who the fuck is gonna go all the way up there? If they're
And
if
you've
if
never
you,
Did you
pissed
piss
off
somebody
anybody in the
off? Yeah, I was
battalion?
gonna say, you
no,
piss
this is
somebody
this
off.
is just.
It's,
This, I was like, this is like my third month there. Like I hadn't been there long enough to piss anyone off. You don't understand, John. If you get the key, you're gonna fuck with multiple people, not just one.
Yeah.
Like there's, I know you go. Well, I would no.
yeah, it was you and your roommate.
No.
The multiple people.
You're gonna fuck with everyone. You don't just fuck
Multiple
with
people.
one room. You're gonna fuck with a bunch of
I don't
people.
Unless
So-
you want them
Well,
to
then
think
what
it's
is your
gnomes.
explanation of ghosts?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
No, gnomes,
But yeah, I
we
don't know. It's
established.
fucked up. I don't know how to explain it. I'm trying to, but I don't
The
know.
BT belt gnomes.
Alright,
But
alright.
that's why I
alright.
said we didn't get drunk because
It's
if we got drunk,
unexplainable.
then it would have been explainable. We did something we didn't remember. Blah blah blah.
Oops, wrong button.
Wrong boot.
What else? Anyone?
Futon. You remember the time we were at your house and we were standing in the kitchen, and all of a sudden the microwave just started going off.
Yes. That was pretty goddamn weird.
Like we're all sitting there like, did you turn the microwave on? No. Did you? No. And we weren't really standing next to it for someone just to go beep. Like we were standing kind of far, and not like far enough that no one could just reach their hand over and press it, and none of us would be like, wait, what? That was some scary shit.
I've been out in the woods by myself before and I've heard, hey, which
Hey,
naturally means I'm out of the fucking woods. Like, it's a human voice going, hey.
right?
And, I look in that direction. There's nobody there. It's natural I'm getting the fuck out of the woods, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I've had weird shit like that happen to me before.
There was
Or that microwave thing.
when I lived in Florida, the apartments that we lived in, there was like this huge amount of like farmland kind of behind it, you know what I mean? And me and my buddy would go run through there. I was probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old or whatever. But we went back there, dude, and we were like, we found this, we just were riding through, and there's this tree with a stack of TV guides, like 2 feet high, you know what I mean? Just under this tree, and we're like, what the fuck? And then, like, a little further down, dude, I found this weird ass bone, like a hip bone or something. It looked like, you know what I mean? I
A
could tell.
human hip bone?
I don't know. But I took it home.
I don't know.
I was a kid, you know what I mean? I took it home and I was like,
Oh, cool,
fuck
bone.
a fucking bone. You know, I didn't know. I thought, I was like, maybe it is a human bone. What, you know, I was like, cool.
It's cool.
Right? And so I took it home.
Not
and,
cursed.
and I went to school and I came home and it was gone. My mom's like, I threw it out, or my mom was like, I threw it out, you know what I mean? I'm like, where's the fucking bone? You know, like, and she's like, I threw it out. The thing was creepy as fuck. And I was like, damn it. But yeah, and it, you know, it was weird. It had blood on it. I don't know. I was really young. I was like, I found this fucking weird ass bone not very far from these stack of TV guides in this fucking
the
farm
TV
territory.
guide,
You know, like, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
you know.
what?
I didn't find any other bones though, so I didn't know. You know, what I mean, maybe it was a big, like a deer or something. I don't know. You know, what I mean.
Yeah.
So the TV guide killer still stalks the
Yep.
landscape.
But that was one, you know, something weird that happened to me when I was a child. You know what I mean? But at the time, it had a bigger effect on me than it probably really was. You know what I mean? Like, I did think it was a human bone, but it probably wasn't. You know what I mean? Because it was in some farmland kind of.
But it could
area.
have been, you know.
Yeah, it was just that with the stack of TV guides, like
Right,
not that
like,
far
what
away.
the
I'm like,
fuck
what the
is
fuck
that
is
about? Right.
Like that was the first thing that freaked me out. I was like, what the fuck are all these TV guys
Right,
doing out in the middle
that's
of the
my first-
fucking woods? Like,
Right.
you know, what I mean?
Like,
what
who
the
brought
fuck?
all of these TV guides
Just
out here?
boom, and they were just stacked. You know what I mean?
Just
they weren't
like
just fucking out
4
in the
feet
pile.
tall or whatever.
About 2 feet, like
2 feet high.
Yeah, and we were like, what the fuck is this? Like, well, they had been there for a while. They're old, you know what I mean? Like,
It's the national TV guide stockpile. A bit of a TV guide shortage.
I was like, maybe some like crazy dudes out here.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, who does that? Crazy people.
We're gonna stab you.
Crazy people do that.
Wait, you're not made of Tuesday.
Like, well,
I've got a weird one.
get out of here.
Something that happened to me that was rather odd. It was back when I worked at the satellite imagery company and doing fun stuff like mapping out roofs. I was on my lunch break and I went down to the gas station to get a very healthy lunch of energy drinks and candy and whatnot. As I walk into the gas station, I'm standing in line, and everybody in line everybody's looking out the window. They're looking out the window, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. There's might have been an accident or something. People are pointing and going, wow, what, this is new. What the hell's going on?
Right.
And they sound a little bit nervous and weirded out. And that's when I realized, I look outside and there's people like pointing up, like in cars. Traffic has stopped. People are pointing at the sky.
Where are you at?
And I'm in 96th Street at the gas station on the corner there. And then somebody said there's 2 of them. And I was like, okay, now this is getting a little weird. So I go all the way. I finally get to the front line. I pay for stuff. By now, whatever the hell happened outside had ended. But basically, people said they were seeing 2 suns. Which, I've looked this up. That's an actual illusion. So it's an optical illusion created by a temperature inversion. It's not anything like
weird,
crazy or
though.
anything.
Okay.
Right.
But that was like, the fact that everybody's staring and pointing at stuff and
Right.
like traffic has stopped.
Yeah.
You feel like you're in the beginning of a disaster movie or
It could have
something.
been the apocalypse, dude.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
And
there's 2 of them all of a sudden. It goes on and on and so forth, but you get the picture.
But yeah, that was a weird moment in my life.
And then I remember you called me like freaking the fuck out. Like, did you see it? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? The 2 suns. And I was like, nope.
The 2 suns.
When was this?
That was a couple years ago or
Like
so.
last year.
Oh. That's weird.
Wow.
But I remember him calling me like
I tried to verify it and make sure it was something that was happening over more than one region, so it's not something localized.
That would be a movie that would go, hey, yeah, or whatever at the end when it's all dramatic.
Well, I don't really have anything like Close Encounter or anything like that, but it was scary as shit. Like probably one of the scariest moments in my life, next to almost dying multiple times. But
Yeah.
like not of the dying nature, more of the I'm about to get fucking mauled, let's get out of here type deal. I was down in Fort Knox, Kentucky, doing basic, and we were doing land nav, and we did the day run and we were doing the night run at the time, and you couldn't have you couldn't have your flashlight on. Yeah, and it was a full moon, so I mean it was great. I mean, out in the country, no light pollution, all that shit. It was just a full moon. I mean, you could see your hand, you could see a bunch of shit.
Right.
But I remember we had to go get one of the points, and it was in the middle of this field with this tall fucking grass, and the field was like surrounded by this dense fucking forest, scary as fuck. And we had like 4 people with us. 2 of them were scared shitless. They're like, man, I ain't going in there. Fuck that. So me and the other guy were like, all right, we'll go in there, get it, come out.
Right.
So splitting up.
Yeah, we start walking. We start.
Scooby-Doo.
Worst idea in the horror movie.
We start creeping into
lineup.
this field, like following the wood line in, because we're like, we're not about to dip through that grass and get fucking bit or some shit, or fucking snake. We're just gonna follow the outline, because I mean it had been trimmed down a bit, so we followed it, and we kept on hearing shit in the woods, like running around. We're like, all right, let's get this shit and get the fuck out of here. So we got it, and we started going back. We weren't running because we didn't want to fucking attract anything. Like, we were walking kind of slow, like making sure nothing was we weren't about to fucking step on something.
Bigfoot snatched.
Yeah, and all of a sudden we heard something in the fucking woods, like right next to us, and we both stopped and looked right in there, and all we saw were these 2 fucking red eyes. Because we had our flashlights on, they just had the red lens on. 2 fucking red eyes just staring at us.
Right.
But they were red because of your light?
Yeah.
They weren't.
We forget about at that point. We forgot about that. And
They're
we're
not.
like,
they're not glowing independently, are they?
oh god.
What was it?
Because if they're
It was a
glowing
fucking
independently,
wild boar.
that's
He fucking came charging at us.
Wild
Indiana?
Boar, fuck yeah.
In Indiana?
No, in Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky.
And
And
he
they're
came-
that far
Oh yeah,
north?
you're worried about the wild boar
Dude,
invasion.
there's bobcats in Indiana.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool with bobcats. I'm not cool with wild boars.
Wild boars are coming up north.
Boars will fuck you up, and
Yeah,
They'll
will.
fuck you up in your own home.
I'm gonna fucking get a gun and kill some wild. I'm going on a hunt.
But that
They
shit
got some
was
good meat on them, I
scary.
hear,
Yeah,
man. Boar
I bet
meat's
you
not
they do.
bad. Fuck
And
it.
I bet
It's
you
like
can
a
get
pig.
paid for hunting them.
Some
because
boar
they're
bacon
super
in this
bomb.
motherfucker. Hashtag boar bacon.
Hashtag boar bacon.
Instead of a war on drugs, we need a war on
Boars.
boars. Yeah, whatever.
Hashtag
Boar.
war on boars.
Yeah.
Foreign boars. Foreign boars.
The boar wars.
The boar wars.
Anybody
That's a real war.
But
got
that was
any,
scary as fuck.
any weird experiences,
That's
Pat?
fuck.
Yeah, it was today. You know, I've been working a lot, and I'm very like exhausted, and today like I was like, so we're putting the tile in this house, and it has like a garage here and a garage here, and
He's making an L shape with his hand.
there's a gravel driveway. I mean, it's gravel now because it'll be concrete soon. But my car was parked across the street in front of the house across the street, and I stopped and I stared at my car, and I was just thinking I was like, I just want to be in that car. And I pictured myself in my car with my sunglasses on, staring back at me, and it like gave me the crap. I mean, it's not really that bad because I envisioned it, but like it creeped me out though. Like I kind of was like, I don't know.
Right.
Do you remember that time when we lived in Countrybrook and we were expecting Grandma and Grandpa to come over?
Oh yeah, no, we weren't. It was nighttime.
No, Grandma and Grandpa were supposed to come over.
Oh yeah, okay.
They ultimately called. They were sick or something. They couldn't
Yeah.
make it over. Anyways, we're sitting around shooting the shit as a family or whatever. And
scared me.
I gotta poop.
That scared me. There's a frog in the room.
And we hear a knock on the door. And
It wasn't
it was a knock.
We
And
heard
I'm
a-
the one who answered
it
the
was
door,
a-
remember?
Oh, okay.
And Mom or Dad said, go answer the door, it's your grandparents or whatever. So I go to the door, and I open the door, and it's just a car
Yeah.
on its side. In our little yard, which maybe was like 7 feet across.
I remember I was in my
And
tiny
the car's
ones.
running,
The car on its side?
car on its side. And here's the...
Was it your grandparents' car?
No,
Oh.
it's
Oh,
a
man, what the
random
fuck?
wanted Mexican illegal at the time, which
Right.
we found out from the cops.
Nice.
He was apparently fleeing from them, and this is some impressive driving, because he had to have driven on the wall, because he didn't damage Dad's car. There was Dad's car in the parking spot. There's this narrow path to get into our yard that you could theoretically, if the car was on its side and you drove on the wall to get into our yard, if you did that,
I know
you
what
could have
you're
gotten
talking
up into
about.
there. Because otherwise, there's no way you could have done it
Yeah,
without
it's- yeah.
without
Fucked up.
fucking up Dad's car.
Right.
And that was something that sticks out as being an odd event
Right.
from my
Well, why did
childhood.
it hit our door? Is that a curse
No,
or a blessing?
no, it's
Like
it's just
Passover did.
it's the ice cream
If
on
it
the
had gone
story
into your
page.
door, then it would have been a curse.
Yeah.
It was like Passover. You had the blood of the lamb over your door.
Well,
Yeah, man, that shit was fucked up. I remember that night.
Alright, so,
Is that it on the
yeah.
abnormalities? You ready to?
I got work in the morning.
Alright. Next time?
Yeah.
Not trying to be a potty
Nah,
pooper.
it's cool.
Pooping
We
into
are on
potties.
the approaching 80 minutes. So
Oh.
we are
Ooh.
about to wrap this shit up.
Wrap it up.
I want to get no one pregnant.
You have climbed out of the pit. That was the end of this show. Thanks
Alright.
for watching.
Bye.
Anybody want to plug? I'm Big BS at Big BS on Twitter, Xbox, YouTube.
I'm Bold Gambit.
Bold
On
Gambit.
just about everything that I'm on,
Yep.
which is Twitter.
Twitter. Bold
I'm
Gambit.
Lokdog54 on Twitter and Xbox.
You think you can live your life with blind sin and not anger the gods? Well, you'd probably be right there.